This is Sam. It says, hey, Abe, I'm Sam. Hope you're doing well. I'm a little bit of a confused what should I focus on because I like almost all things like environment design, prop modeling, character modeling, environment modeling. I'm in third year and I'm confused what to specialize. Let's take a look. Okay, so we only have 4 pieces. Well, only is just a little bit of an understatement. This is really good, man. Oh, wow. I like this. I really like this. I think you did a good job on this one. The green stuff, the moss is a little bit heavy, I would say, Sam, in terms of texturing, but everything else looks quite nice. I just think the green, like, moss is a little bit too much, but you did a good job on this one. I don't love this one. I think I've seen this one before. I'm not sure if you've submitted before. Kind of remember your portfolio. Yeah, it's a little bit on the low poly side. To be honest, I would just push the poly count a little bit higher because you have a really good high poly here. Yeah, I feel like we've seen it. You have a good high poly. Try doing another version of this with a higher poly count. Its environment looks okay. Too blue, I would say. This is a very common thing where we make the water a little bit too blue or too intense on the color. It's not very common for water to be this way. So, frozen lake, right? So if you take a look at frozen lakes, natural photography, because photographers usually will use tricks inside of Photoshop to make things look like very whimsical and very magical. But if you take you look at a more normal photograph, you're going to see that water will always reflect whatever the sky is. This is very important, very important. Actually, that's a great learning process for everyone, guys. If the environment that you're in is very gloomy, very yellowish, very sort of like desaturated, then it's impossible for the water to be this color unless there's some sort of like magical thing to it, because water reflects the sky. So if you want to have this like super clear blue, like intense saturated blue color, the sky needs to be that color as well. Okay, keep that in mind because otherwise it feels like a little bit different. Let's see. This mysterious environment. I mean, you were asking what to specialize on. I'm not exactly sure what you should specialize on, but I can tell you what you should not specialize in, and that's characters. Why? Because I don't see any character. So because I don't see any character, it will take you longer to get to that point where a character is going to be in a nice presentation spot, and you're showing me more environment stuff. So I would personally tell you, if you're like vibing with this like environment stuff and prop stuff, go for that. Go for more environments and for more of these pieces. Now, one of the questions that I have, and I can see, I think you're here on the chat, right? You're on Twitch. Did you do everything here? Like, did you, for instance, model and sculpted this little like stone like thingies? This guy's right here. Like the temple lanterns. I can see the wagon over there. Guessing it's the same wagon, but I'm wondering if you did this ones by yourself as well, or if you got them from like a Quixel Castle. This one looks really nice. Love the light on this one. So can you confirm, my friend? Did you actually sculpted and textured this like rock sculptures here? Yeah, cart, stone, and temple. Okay, so if you did those, one of the things that you need to include here in the portfolio is breakdowns of those elements, because right now people might get the impression that you just used them or downloaded them from the Quixel library, right? So make sure to include some breakdowns of your sculpting and your retopology for like these things right here, so that so that you can show them. Now, I actually think again that this frame right here looks way more interesting and way more cinematic than some of the other ones that you have here on the top. I would just like get a render of that one and place it at the very top, and I would even change your thumbnail here as well to change that as well. Now, this is a personal thing that I was taught about online presentation, which is your profile picture. Unless your logo is like, oh yeah, this is this guy's logo and I absolutely know who this guy is, you should probably have your profile pic here, like just a normal profile picture. Again, mine is just me doing like this or whatever. So having a profile picture is important because people will put a name to the face, right? Like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is Sam. So either that or something that makes you a lot more, again, identifiable, because this is a little bit too generic, right? So yeah, it's just a tip. I know not everyone agrees with that, but I like it.